Putin is a pussy, or at the very least, not a genuine good actor. That is what we're seeing people say after Vladimir Putin has now turned down Zelensky's challenge for an in-person meeting in Turkey. It's something that's been widely seen as yet another example of Russia just not being serious about ending the war in Ukraine. Because, going back to the weekend, you had several leaders from the UK, France, Germany, and Poland meeting with Zelensky in Kyiv, and they demanded that Putin accept a 30-day unconditional ceasefire as a first step to full peace talks aimed at a long-lasting peace, and threatening to step up sanctions if he refused. Right, and at that time, they thought they had the White House's backing as well, but then Putin suggested that Russia and Ukraine resume direct talks that broke off in 2022 without a ceasefire or any other preconditions. And Trump seemingly was like, love daddy's idea, and he wrote on social media, Ukraine should agree to this immediately. With then Zelensky quickly responding and reiterating his call for a ceasefire, but also adding, I will be waiting for Putin in Turkey on Thursday. Personally, I hope that this time the Russians will not look for excuses. With this being seen as Zelensky calling Putin's bluff, and then yesterday when the EU also agreed on its 17th sanctions package against Russia since its full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the Kremlin announced the delegation that would be attending talks in Turkey. And surprise, surprise, Putin wasn't on the list. And actually, neither were his foreign minister or another top foreign policy aide who are at least seen as having some real weight in the Kremlin. And so you had Zelensky describing the Russian delegation as decorative, phony, and theatrical, and then one Ukrainian diplomatic official telling Politico, the Russian chair in Turkey is de facto empty because it makes little difference whether Mr. Nobody sent by Putin and his insignificant colleagues sit in their chairs or not. They are not the ones making decisions, and the person who does, Putin, is either afraid to come or does not take the US-led peace effort seriously. But follow to stay in the loop.